Welcome to section 3. In terms of what, why, and how of section 3, let's kick it off with what? What we're going to learn together. We'll learn how to use ChatGPT, Bing, Google Bard, and Claude AI to get access to financial data to import to any Excel file, Google Sheets, or PDF, or any document.
In terms of why do we need to learn the aforementioned concepts? Because it's not intuitive getting access to financial data using AI products. And if we learn how to do this, then it can save us countless hours of time, as we won't need to manually copy and paste rows and columns and individual cells into our financial models. Why use more than one AI product though? Because they all have their own limitations, and if we only use ChatGPT, then we are being so much less productive when importing data.
Lastly, how? How are we going to learn these topics together? After we learn how to access and import financial data using different AI platforms, then we will have some exercises to do together on importing data to ChatGPT and using different methodologies. Thanks.
Let's talk about methods to get data from websites or from electronic or paper files into Excel, Google Sheets, Microsoft Word, PDF, or any document format you want using ChatGPT. Now, per this graphic you see here, you can fast forward in this video to jump to any data access methodology. Now, before we start, please go here to Settings, Custom Instructions, and make sure you have nothing in here, okay? Or if you have something, just turn it off. All right. Method number 1, using ChatGPT, copy the data and paste it into ChatGPT and ask it to format the data. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the paid version of ChatGPT here, because it has better responses to my questions. So let's go get some financial data. So let's go together to sec.gov, and we will get financial statements for Microsoft. And we know the ticker of Microsoft is MSFT. Let's select Microsoft right here. And let's go to the most recent earnings report, meaning an 8K. And I'll click here. And then what I'll do is I will go into the press release here, and I'll get the income statement. So you can always do a search, Control F for income statement if you want to. Income statement, or you can just scroll down and find it. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight and copy all of this data right here. And let's now type, put this income statement data into a table, and I'll paste it, and I'll hit go. And it will put it into a nice table format that I can copy and paste into Google Sheets or any document that I want to paste it into. Okay, it takes a second or two for this to render. All right. Now, for some of you, when you do this exercise in ChatGPT, it won't look like a nice table like this. It actually might look like computer code that if you copy and paste just doesn't work in Excel or Google Sheets, etc. If you see that, okay, if it doesn't look like mine, meaning if it's a black background with like green text, etc., what you can do is you can type this. Show me this in markdown table format without using a code box, and it will fix that issue. Okay, great. Excellent. So we have the financial statement here, and what we can do is we can copy and paste this directly into any document you want. So what I'll do is I'll copy this here, copy, and I'll go over to Excel and I'll paste it, and it works. And all I have to do is just change this to a black font, but these are all numbers nicely formatted in different columns here. It's the exact same thing when you put it directly into Google Sheets. Okay. Now, what you can also do if you want, if you find that you're getting the markdown code and it's driving you crazy, what you can do is you can copy this here or just type this directly into your custom instructions. So what I can do is turn on custom instructions and just say, show me this, show me in markdown format without using a code box. And you can click save. And that will stop you from seeing every table rendered like it's in computer code. Now we can change this also and add another column with calculations in it. So what I'll do is I'll type this, add a column that's going to show the year-over-year revenue growth from 2022 to 2023 in percent terms. add a column that shows the year-over-year percent change. And I typed change wrong there. That's okay. It's smart enough to know. And it's going to add that in directly. So it's going to show the change from 2022, the September quarter, to 2023. Okay. Here we go. So we will see here that revenue from 2022 to 2023 was actually slightly down. We see that cost of product right here was also down. So it shows you the percent change if you want. This is really powerful. Yeah. Now let's start a new chat and let's do something similar. I'm going to go over here and copy this data, and say you have a database product that you can only import comma-separated value formatted data. So what you can do is this. Get the income statement that I will paste here. There's so many ways to do this. And show it to me in a CSV format, meaning comma-separated value formats. And then you just paste it right here. It's a long document. Here we go. Good. And then once you get this in comma-separated value format, you can copy the code here. It's just text. Or you can even select all and copy. And you can paste it into whatever system you have when you want to import in CSV format, for example. There's so many different ways to do this. Yeah. I'm going to do the entire prompt again, but ask it to save it in an Excel file format. Okay, so recall we copied the income statement here directly from Microsoft's 8K. So I'm going to copy this. If I can copy, come on, Chris. There we go. Copy. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'm going to say this. Get the income statement from this data and download in Excel format. Paste. Go. Okay. All right, so it's telling us how it's going to structure the data first, and then it's going to generate it. Yeah. And you can speed this up by saying, don't give me instructions or any text, just download the file, and it will do that. All right, it's done. Let's check out the file. I'll click here to download it, and I'll open it up here in Excel. And there it is. It's in Excel format. Let's do it again, though. And let's say that we want the year-over-year change from 2022 to 2023, but we only want to type one prompt for all of this. So let's do a brand new chat, and I'll type the exact same thing again in high-speed mode, but I'll add more instructions to add a third column. Okay. All right, let's download this file here. Let's see how the data looks. Open this up. There we go. Excellent. It's got the income statement. Let me make this a bit bigger. It's got the income statement here. It's got revenue, the expense items, etc., share count, earnings per share. And I've got the year-over-year change here as well. And of course, we know that we can open this as well in Google Sheets format. Okay, let's do it again, but just ask this to be exported in PDF format. Do it again, but get me PDF file to download. And there we go. There is the PDF right there. We can ask them to ask it to render it again by left justifying the first column if we wanted to as well. You can even ask to show without decimal points, etc. So you just click here and you open it in whatever PDF reader you have. Doesn't look that pretty, but it works. There it is right there. Okay, cool. You can do the same thing in Word format too, which I'll do really quickly in high-speed mode. All right, this is a really simple DOC. Right here, docx. You can open this in Word format. Oh, it even made the title blue. And then you can also obviously open this up directly in Google Docs. Okay, let's do one more really quickly. Let's say that we have a bunch of data and we want to put it into a PowerPoint presentation. So you would just type, do it again for PowerPoint. I'll do this really fast. And here it is here in PowerPoint format. This is particularly helpful if you ask ChatGPT to basically summarize a long document of yours and put it in a PowerPoint format with 3 bullet points per slide. And of course, you can do the exact same thing, but just ask ChatGPT to download this in CSV format. Methodology number 3 is to take a picture or provide an image of any financial statement, receipt, etc., and have ChatGPT turn it into a table. So let's go and get a screen print of the income statement for Microsoft. So let me scroll out a bit so I get more real estate on my screen here. Good. And I will take a screen print of this. Done. Okay, cool. And let's go back to ChatGPT. And then I'm going to click here to get that image that I just took a picture of. That's the one. Good. All right. And then what I'll do is I can ask ChatGPT to turn this into a table. Okay. Turn this into a table. Let's hit enter, and it will generate this and put this in table format. And here it recognizes that it's an income statement for 2 different quarters, the September quarter 2023 and the September quarter 2022. And it's going to attempt to put this into table format. I'll do this on high speed mode. It asks me a question. It wants to format it a certain way. I'll say Y for yes. Go into high speed mode again to see if it can format it into a table. And you always got to double check all the data, obviously, as well. Yeah. And there you go. It's putting it together into a table here that you can highlight, copy and paste, put into any document you want to. Of course, you can even download this, as I explained earlier, into any file format as well. Yeah, really powerful, even for taking pictures of any document you have. It's unbelievable. What a time saver. Now, if you've been trying this with me here in ChatGPT, you might have noticed that it's not always perfect or accurate. As a result, I always recommend using multiple AI products, and that's exactly what we're going to do in the next lecture when I show you how to do something similar like this, but using Bing Chat as well as Google Bard and an amazing product called Claude. Let's talk about methods to get data from websites or from electronic or paper files into Excel, Google Sheets, Word, PDF, or any other document format using either Bing Chat, Google Bard, or Claude.ai. And per this graphic right here, you can fast forward in this video to jump to any data access methodology that I'm going to discuss. And we're only discuss what Bing Chat, Bard, or Claude does a better job of when it comes to data access using ChatGPT. Also, please note, Bard, Bing Chat, and Claude might not be available in all countries, or it might not be recommended to use in the company that you work for. Method number 1, using the Microsoft Edge browser on a Mac or on a PC, go to any web page you want to access data from. And this is really powerful what I'm about to show you. So let's go to sec.gov to get the most recent quarterly results for Microsoft. So I'll click here on company filings, and I'll type here Microsoft. I'll select the company. And then what I'll do is I will select the 8K and the most recent quarterly results right here. I'll open up the press release, and I'm going to go down to, let's say, the income statement right here. And let me highlight the income statement. This is pretty cool. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click right here on what's called Microsoft Copilot here, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to type, get the income statement I highlighted, and put it into a table. And there's spelling issues there, but that's okay. It's smart enough to correct. Okay. Now what it's going to do is it's going to get all this information, and there's hidden columns here too that's going to get rid of. And it's going to put everything into a table so we can copy and paste it, or even download it and put it directly into Excel, Google Sheets, etc. Let me go into high-speed mode. All right, now let me go up here and let me copy this information, and we can go to Excel and paste it in. It's pretty cool, huh? Works out pretty well. And it's got, yeah, it's perfectly lined up. You can obviously copy and paste this directly into Google Sheets as well. You can download the data, you can export it into text or PDF format. I find that it doesn't work that well when you export it this way. You're best off just to copy and paste. All right, let's now close Copilot right here. And let's actually go to Bing Chat. So Bing Chat you can use, of course, in browser mode if you want to. You don't have to have Copilot turned on the side, but Copilot is great actually. It'll even copy text data if you want to. You can simply open this up and say, copy the text that's on the screen, even if you don't highlight it. It's pretty cool. It's helpful. Okay. So what you can do is you can even ask Bing to create the table here directly. Okay, let's try this. Okay. Create the income statement in table formats from the September 30th, 2023 quarter for Microsoft. Unbelievable. It's generating it, and it looks like you can edit this in Excel. Incredible. Just amazing. Man, if I had this when I worked on Wall Street, I would get so much more done. You're almost at a competitive disadvantage if you don't use this stuff now. Okay, so you just click here to edit this or download this in Excel. Let's go over to Bard now, and let's try something similar. So Google's Bard product is great if you want to download data directly into Google Sheets. You know, every big company favors their own ecosystem for obvious reasons. So what you can do is you can ask the exact same question if you want to, and put it into a table. So I'll do this in high-speed mode, and then we'll put this into Google Sheets. Looks like it did it, but I want the entire income statement. And you can just click here to export to Sheets. Pretty easy to do. All right, let's start a new chat, and let's try something else. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste the income statement from here and ask it to put it into a table, similar to what we did earlier, but with ChatGPT. Okay, put this in a table so I can download in Google Sheets formats. There you go. So it gives you several different drafts. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. This one is. So what you can do is you can copy this here and then paste it, or you can export it directly to Sheets. Let me try and copy into Excel just for fun, see what happens. Let me just paste it here, and we'll make the text black. And let's see if this all lines up. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. Yeah. My favorite of the three is definitely ChatGPT, but it's important to use different technologies because they will improve over time, I promise you. And there's certain things you can't do in all of the individual products, which is why you need to use multiple AI products. Let's talk about method number 3, which is called Claude. And Claude's an incredible AI tool for uploading very large files that you can ask questions about. Now, with ChatGPT, there can be some limits on the size of data that you can analyze or upload. And this is why I want to put Claude.ai on your radar screen. So let's go together to Claude.ai. And what I'm going to do just for now is I'm going to upload a very simple file that I created called Income Statement Annual Numbers. Right here is what the Income Statement Annual Numbers PDF looks like. So let me go and grab that really quickly in high-speed mode. And now what I'm going to do with this PDF here is I'm going to type, show me this in a table. And it's really fast, actually. So it grabbed everything in that table that I just uploaded and put it in that PDF file I just uploaded and put it into table format here. Really, really powerful. Yeah. And again, you can upload massive files to Claude, up to 10 megs, I believe, at this point, and ask questions, and it'll give you real-time feedback. And it's unbelievable if you want to upload an S1 document that you downloaded or an annual report and just ask quick questions. It's a lot of fun to play around with. I recommend checking it out. Attached to this lecture is a file with this name, exercise.pdf. Please download it. It looks like this right here. Now, in this exercise, what I want you to do is the following, please. Step 1, open this attached a PDF file, select and copy all the data. Then in ChatGPT, you're going to create a table of the data by copying and pasting this data directly into ChatGPT. Now, if you find that when you do this and the table doesn't look nicely formatted, meaning it shows up in code, then what you can do is you can try typing this, render without the markdown code. Now, after you finish with step number 1, then move on to step number 2, which is with the table that you created in step 1, add a column that calculates the percent year-over-year change between 2022 and 2023. All right, next up in step 3, I want you to ask ChatGPT to download the file in Excel format. And step 4 is optional. In step 4, go to Claude.ai and sign up for a free account if you want, and upload the exercise PDF file to Claude and ask Claude to put the data from the exercise file into a table. Please note that Claude is not available in all countries. Now, in the next lecture, I'll explain the answers to this exercise. Thank you. Let's discuss the answers to the exercise. Step 1, we get this data here. Whoops. We highlight all of it and we copy it. Then we go to ChatGPT, and then what we do is we say this, put this in a table, paste. And it's going to put it directly into a table. If it doesn't show up nicely like mine, meaning if it shows you in what looks like computer code style, then what you can do is you can type this, show me this in markdown table format without using a code box. Okay, great. So we're now done with step number 1. After you finish step number 1, then in step 2, what I want you to do is add a column that calculates the percent year-over-year change between 2022 and 2023. So let me do that. It's just about done rendering here. All right, add a column that shows the year-over-year change between 2023 and 2022 in percent format. Go. So let's type here, download in Excel format. And you can do this in CSV format, PDF format, Word format, PowerPoint format, any format you want to. So let's see if it worked. Let me click here, download the file, and let's open it up directly in Excel. And lo and behold, it works. Excellent. You have to pretty the data up a little bit though, but it works. Okay, great. All right, now the next step, step number 4, is optional. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go together to a website called Claude.ai, and you could sign up for a free account. And then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to upload that same file, exercise PDF, and ask Claude to put it into table format. Claude is very powerful for uploading massive files too. So I'll go here, I'll upload it, and I'll simply type here, put this in table format. And it's quite fast too. There you go. Have fun with this, and don't worry if you make mistakes. It's how we learn when it comes to new technologies or programming. And again, if you ever find that when you're using ChatGPT that you're not getting a table format, always use this. Show me a markdown table format without using a code box. Thank you.